Today we're taking a look at the Jebel Sifah location, which is near Muscat and developed by Muriya. Muriya is also building for us in Hawana Salala. We've already looked at these projects together. And today we're checking out the Jebel Sifah location. It's essential to know about this investment direction. It has its own specifics. It's important to choose an investment strategy. And it has clear advantages that you won't find in many other projects. I was here a year and a half ago, but I came back again to show you this location. We're at the marina. There's a small boutique hotel here. By the way, I liked it last time when we stayed here. There's a great restaurant here. So this is the main marina. Everything behind me is basically apartments that were previously sold out. Now some of these apartments have been put back on the market, and accordingly they will be renovated. They will be available for purchase again. And so we'll go and take a look at the beachfront project together. These are villas, townhouses, and apartments that were located right on the first line. Everything was sold out very quickly, but it's important for you to know and understand what this project is about. Next, we'll take a look at another example of villas, because mainly villas are being built here. This is Sifah Farms, villas that are located near the mountain. Let's take a look at them, because the new villas that are being sold, Raya project and the villas at Oli Farms, are very similar. And it's important for you to understand what it will look like if you decide to invest here. And accordingly, we'll also take a look at the location, explore the grounds, and I'll show you the apartments that have been built here. So there will be a lot of interesting things. We arrived in Jebel Sifah. Let's explore this beautiful, luxurious place. The project we are about to look at is one of my favorite villas in this location. This is a location, Jebel Sifah. These villas are located directly within the Sifa Farms project. We will do a review together. Why is it important to do this review? Because now you will see how the developer delivers the finished villas that have been built here. And it's important to note that among all the projects located in Havana Salala and the project in Jebel Sifah, the villas built by the developer Muriya are the most affordable. That's why I recommend you watch this review. We will take a look together at how everything looks inside. I'll go outside and show you the grounds as well. I'll show you how the apartments are finished. You'll see everything for yourself and decide whether you like this kind of property. Or make your choice. Maybe you wanted to change something here. I'd be interested to know what exactly you would change here after watching this review. So, let me switch the camera now and you'll see everything from a first-person perspective, how the projects by the developer Muriya look in Jebel Sifah. This is Sifah Farms, these are the Raya projects, these are the villas. In this case, it's a 2-bedroom villa. This is the Jebel Sifah location, 50 kilometers from Muscat. It took me about an hour to get here. That was from roughly the center of Muscat. Why is it important to look at this particular project? Because in Jebel Sifah, all the villas being built are very similar to this project. They might be smaller in terms of land area, but you'll be able to see how the developer Muriya, the same one building Hawana Salala, constructs villas and what approach he takes to construction. First of all, notice that when the villa is handed over, you get landscaping, and the plot itself is quite large. This is the impressive Sifah Farms project, and there is also another remarkable project called Raya, where you can conveniently purchase similar luxurious villas. You can clearly see that the meticulous finishing work is completely and beautifully done. The expansive grounds are exceptionally well maintained, and you have the wonderful opportunity to leisurely walk all the way around the entire house, enjoying the serene surroundings. Let's do just that, and then we'll go take a look at the villa itself. What I like about this project, it's one of my favorite projects by Jebel Sifah, is that everything was done, Sifah Farms, exactly in the style that makes you feel like you're living in old times, with these stone walls and the mountains nearby, as you can see. It's a very beautiful project, I really like it, and the sunsets here are fantastic. So, as you can see, the area is also quite large. This is all yours, though of course everyone here does as they please. Overall, the concept is that you have a place to relax, you have a pool that's included in this project. You also definitely have what's called a party zone, meaning you can cook for the whole family and for guests. It's a grill area with water supplied. And I also really like this feature here, where you can sit by the fire in the evening. You see how huge the space is, so all you need to do is make sure there are soft seats there and you can use it. Now let's take a look at the villa itself. I'll reduce the size so you can see. Overall, the villa format is very similar in this location in Jebel Sifah. The developer is building exactly this format, villas. So once again, this is Sifah Farms Villas, very similar to Paradise Villas. And there is a new project, Olive Farms, which will be a little smaller in area because there are villas with 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms. We will look at a 2-bedroom villa with you. You see the area itself, the terraces, the roof is not covered, but nevertheless, we basically have no precipitation here, so it's already comfortable to be on this large area. The weather is already nice here, and now we're going into the house, but we're entering from the backyard. So here we immediately have a large area, everything we see from the kitchen, which of course is fully equipped with all appliances. Let me remind you that when the sea rents out its apartments, or when it rents them out, accordingly the villas come fully equipped. All the cabinets, appliances, let's check what's included. Yes, we have a microwave, a dishwasher, an oven, and a cooktop. Note that everything is electric, no gas, and there's an exhaust hood as well. And of course, we have a built-in refrigerator. This entire large area here is our living room. What else is there? As is customary, there's a separate guest toilet. Usually, I think this is also a laundry room, so I checked. No, there is no washing machine here. Well, it can be installed there if needed. Since this is a show villa, there is no need to install all the appliances here. As you can see, the air conditioning here is wall-mounted, not built-in like in hotels. Actually, it's the same in all the projects. Here's our entrance, so basically you come in and you're right here. Your own villa, a large living room with direct access to the open area, to the terrace, which is private. You can see that no one will bother you here. Let's move on. There are 2 bedrooms here. So here's the smaller bedroom. Let's consider this one, the children's room. You can see that it's very spacious. There's really a lot of space here. This is a 1.5 bed, the so-called Euro format. A second large bed, a window. Just so you understand, this is not a closed-off space. And accordingly, the children, for example, or anyone in this room, have their own built-in closets. There's a toilet and a bath. Everything is accessible. Let's move on. This is the large master bedroom. A big master bedroom. What do we have here? We also have open lighting, and we get a view of the courtyard. But of course, the windows here do face out. You can look out and see what's happening, observe. And the room is also very spacious. You see, this is beautiful finishing. I really like how everything is done here. It's comfortable, calm, the tone is just right. But again, it all depends on the specific finishing option. Each developer has their own approach. I really like this option here because everything is done, I would say, in Omani traditions, closer to a sandy color. And accordingly, we have a second toilet, and there's also a bathroom in this room. Let me show you more from this side, what it looks like, so you can see it from different angles. It's stylized like this. It's clear that it's stylized, but it still looks like a stone wall. Looks very cool. And this is what your whole room looks like. As I already said, this project is directly built. Here, when I was 1.5 years ago, there were about 50 villas. Right now, at the current moment, the villa was built in 1993. And there is a project called Paradise, where, along with the villa we are looking at now, there will also be a small house on the territory, which will be mainly designed so that you can do yoga. Or let's say you convert it into some kind of office, which will be on the territory. That is the concept. And as we already said, there are also some villas called Olive Farms. They will be smaller in size, but will also be made in the same style. Well, this is such beauty. Once again, we look together. What does your sunset over the mountains look like? Here in Muscat, Jebel Sifah. What else is important to note? This is what we see here as mountains. Right now, we will go outside together and get into the car. In just 5 minutes, we will find ourselves at the first waterfront line by the Arabian Sea. There, we can enjoy the sea and the beach, and that's the whole charm of it. People choose this location precisely so that, firstly, they can enjoy all this peace and comfort you experience here, and secondly, because with a car, everything is really within walking distance. You have access to the beach. Now I'll show you the real estate that has already been built here in the Jebel Sifah area. These projects here were, in 1.5 years ago when I came here, some of them had already been sold, while others were just going on sale. I remember that here we looked at a studio that was fully equipped except for the furniture. Just look at this magnificent sunset over the mountains. Can you imagine seeing this every day? And do you know why it's so amazing? These apartments that you see here, they cost about $110,000 to $115,000, and you could buy them. The only thing missing was the furniture. And do you know what's so great about it? Because here you can see the sunset over the mountains. Next, of course, you have a well-maintained area, because the sea knows how to take care of what it builds, of the grounds. Then you have golf courses. Here, there are 9-hole golf courses. Naturally, you also have your own swimming pool. Of course, you should have all of this. And what do you think? Next, you have a sauna? All this in a property that costs just about $110,000 to $115,000, or even less. There's the sea. And unfortunately, I can't zoom in, but over there in the distance, that's the sea as well. Can you imagine how close you are? This house has windows facing that side, offering a full view of the Arabian Sea. This is the kind of property, this is the kind of beauty we're talking about. Let me show you the location once again so you can see it. This is Jebel Sifah. Yes, this is a property you need to understand the purpose of before buying. There are certain specifics here in terms of which investment strategy you choose. But in terms of being a location that's truly worth considering, that's 100% true. By the way, you can hear the cats singing here. In the distance, there's one of the best projects that has been built here. It's called the Beachfront project. We're going to head over there together. Now, I'll show you what you could buy here on the first coastline. And once again, I'm showing you this amazing location so you can get a sense of it. By the way, these projects that are already completed are over there, further behind, closer to those show villas we looked at. Closer to those show villas we saw. The second phase will be built, and as of today, by the way, you can still buy some apartments here. The price is about $120,000 to $130,000 for a studio, so soon there will be new phases, and you'll be able to invest here with installment plans. I'll show you a couple of projects that I highly recommend you remember. Maybe on the secondary market, one day you'll want to buy here and there will be options available, but right now, you can't buy anything here. The project is called the Beachfront. Let's see why it's so great. There are townhouses here, there are apartments, there are villas, and it's all very chic. The whole uniqueness of this project lies in the fact that no matter what or where you buy in this project, you will always have a view of the first coastline. Why? Because the developer took care of every buyer and made it so that every project, or rather every unit you buy, is located higher than the previous one. You see, down here, the first line is even lower. Those who have a direct view of the first coastline. And then each subsequent unit was built higher than the previous one. Right now we are looking at a townhouse. We have a one-bedroom with a magnificent view on the second floor overlooking the first coastline. You have your own private area. Some people decorate it with greenery, both artificial and real. As always, everything is well maintained. And over there in the distance is the endless Arabian Sea. The mountains that surround this entire location. Soon we'll have a sunset. Maybe we'll have time to capture it. Such a beautiful area. Now let's just take a look at how it looks from the inside. Again, how the developer sold the apartments. There used to be a villa available, but unfortunately, the video wasn't saved. So now I was only able to show you the townhouse that's available for viewing. Again, it's small. The area here is, of course, a one-bedroom townhouse, a small living room, air conditioning. Of course, once again, you can see that you have all the necessary appliances to live here comfortably. By the way, let's check what we have. Yes, even in the smallest townhouse, there's a dishwasher and, of course, a sink. Actually, here for laundry, and here we have a guest toilet. Next, we go up to the second floor. Let's see, since no one prepared for what I would check, nobody knew, I'm just saying where I want to go, all without any preparation. So what you see is what you get, and that's how the video is too. So essentially, the apartment is almost like a one-bedroom. You just have living space both upstairs and downstairs. You can cook here, and you have space to chat with guests, relax, and watch TV. Here's this gorgeous view from the second floor. You have to admit, it's impressive. It's very beautiful, especially considering how quickly this project sold out, and now you understand why. Such a wonderful, wonderful execution. From the developer Muriya Jebel Sifah, it doesn't matter whether it was a small apartment, townhouse, or villa. Everyone gets a view of the first coastline, everyone sees this beauty. Friends, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss the new reviews we make especially for you. So that you can see real estate in Oman not just through pictures but together with me. Together with the team, see the real situation so you can understand what you're investing in and what the projects you will be investing in and buying for yourself actually look like. We have looked at the Jebel Sifah location, which is about 30 minutes from Muscat. So, most importantly, the first thing I want to do is share my impressions of this location, because this isn't my first time here. But this location always leaves me with the most pleasant impressions. I'll explain why in a moment, and of course, I'll help you understand exactly what I currently recommend investing in and what nuances are important to consider when choosing a location. Jebel Sifah is located near Muscat and is developed by the largest developer in Oman, Muriya. So Jebel, you saw it together with me? It leaves an unforgettable impression. As the Omanis themselves say, it's truly a weekend destination. It's a wonderful place where you can enjoy the proximity of the mountains and the sea. And of course, the magnificent sunrises and sunsets. You saw it all for yourselves. We reviewed the real estate together, and during that very review, the sun was setting behind the mountains. It's an indescribable feeling, such tranquility. Everything here, everything that's been built, is harmoniously integrated into nature, and you, in turn, become completely immersed in all this beauty. This is truly a very unique place that I highly recommend you consider when looking to buy property near Muscat. What else is important? The international developer Muriya is building it. They have tremendous experience in constructing such projects. An entire mini-city is being built. It's a fully developed location where various types of real estate and places to spend your time are being created. We've only seen a portion of the real estate available there. There's also a small hotel and of course a restaurant where you can enjoy a delicious meal and spend some time. There is also some resale property that was built earlier but is now being renovated and will be put back on the market. This property is located right on the marina, in that very beautiful spot where the yachts are docked and there's access to the sea. This is basically where all the main life happens, so this location is very interesting. Now, as for what you can actually buy here right now, you can purchase apartments here, which you can either live in yourself or rent out. And these apartments start at around $130,000. Again, it all depends on availability, so we'll check together at the time you reach out. But right now, it's best to pay attention to the villas. Why? Because a new project is launching. The project is called Raya Farms, and villas with 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms will be available. You just saw the overview. I showed you what these villas look like. You have to agree, they're very beautiful. I'd even say luxurious. Because everything is done in a stone style, you have a pool, and you have your own private area. It's truly cozy and comfortable. This is exactly the kind of house where you can live and relax with friends. And the sea is literally just 5 minutes away. The price starts at $204,000 for a 1-bedroom villa, and from $327,000 for a villa with 3 bedrooms. Just imagine, if you choose a villa with 3 bedrooms, your down payment is only 10%, there's a convenient 3-year installment plan, and you get your own 3-bedroom villa with a pool and a private enclosed area. This is truly one of the best and most affordable real estate offers you can buy in Oman. Now, let's get into the specifics. There are important nuances you need to know. First of all, it's that really, from Muscat you need to drive about 30 minutes. Yes, that's the time you'll need to spend to get to your property. That's the first point. Second, the road runs through the mountains. Accordingly, that's also a specific feature. You'll be driving up and down, so there are certain nuances to how you'll get to this location. Some people enjoy driving in the mountains, while for others it might feel a bit uncomfortable or unfamiliar. But believe me, the roads there are perfect, so you'll get to this location comfortably. Moreover, in the future, though there are no confirmed dates yet, a new, separate road will be built, convenient, modern, with multiple lanes to make getting to this location even faster. Once construction of this road begins, prices in this area will definitely start rising quickly, because there simply isn't another location like this near Muscat. As for investments, I recommend that you primarily consider this property as a place to buy for yourself if you want to fly in. To leave Muscat for such a large, gated community surrounded by mountains and water, and spend your time there in comfort. From time to time, you can drive into the city or go on trips, then renting it out would be the perfect option. Right now, there are some specifics. You can actively rent out property here on weekends because this is a weekend destination, as we have already discussed. Properties here won't be rented out every day, so it's important to understand that your returns won't be as high as, for example, in the city itself. There in Muscat, that's important to keep in mind. But as I said, once the road is built, all this real estate will increase in value. So it's also a long-term investment, so that when the new road construction project is completed, you can resell this property. Because then, it will truly become one of the most popular and accessible destinations for both leisure and living. As always, you can contact us through the details below, visit our website, or submit a request. And together with my team, I will help you choose the most optimal option for what you can buy in this location, what to invest in, so that, as always, you are satisfied with your investment in Oman.